Greetings and hello to everyone from Early Music America at the Berkeley Early Music Festival 2010. This is Ben Bagby. I'm speaking to you from my home in Paris. Unfortunately, I'm unable to join you today, and so here I sit in front of a camera trying to imagine that I'm with you. I've been informed that I am the recipient of the 2010 Howard Mayer Brown Award for Lifetime Achievement in Early Music. I'm deeply honored to have received this award, and also deeply surprised. And I want to thank Early Music America for this award, but also with the understanding that this award goes to the work of my ensemble over many, many years, and that includes the work of Barbara Thornton during the first 20 years of the ensemble's existence. I'm also very grateful that the award has been given to an American musician who has spent most of his life working abroad, and I think in that sense it does recognize the many American musicians in early music, especially, who have worked and studied and made careers outside of the United States or outside of North America. And I'm very happy that we have all been recognized in this way. I think as the world grows smaller, we all realize that the little jump over the pond is not that far. And many, many of us are doing it all the time. When I look at the list of my predecessors for this award, I see many illustrious names, including many friends, colleagues, scholars. I think of Mary Springfells, Alejandro Planchart, Joel Cohen, Stanley Ritchie, George Houle, and many others. And I'm deeply honored to be joining their ranks in this distinction. And I want to thank again everyone in early music for recognizing my work, and I hope that I can carry the work forward. The name of Howard Mayer Brown calls up many memories for me. They go back to high school days when I was a high school student near Chicago, and one of the great pleasures for me in those early years when I had my first little early music ensemble was to go to the University of Chicago campus in Hyde Park to hear performances of the Collegium Musicum directed by Howard Brown. At that time, hardly knowing what I was listening to, and for me, completely mysterious and utterly challenging. That's the place where I first heard the word Burgundian chanson and was utterly mystified. And this man, Howard Brown, seemed to have all the answers. He seemed to know what this music was and how it was performed, and I could tell that his students were also enthralled to the music he was giving them in those early years before there were even many recordings to listen to. My association with Howard then continued as Sequencia began to perform in North America. In, I think, our first concert in Chicago, we actually stayed at Howard and Roger's house, that wonderful rambling house in Hyde Park, which had a kind of perpetual bowl session around the kitchen table with cigarette smoke swirling and many, many ideas and stories and laughter and a lot of also teaching going on, thanks to Howard. And I think all of us who were there, I think of Mary Springfells, I think of David Hart, and many other friends and colleagues. I think all of us agree that Howard gave us a real model of a way musicians can interact with scholars, and a place where people can go to make music, talk about music, learn about music, in an atmosphere of collegial friendship and even a lot of fun. And we all miss Howard very much. I think that this award is kind of a scary one. not only for me, but probably for everyone who has received it, because there's something about the phrase lifetime achievement which says that you're finished now, and somewhere on the horizon the gate to the pasture is waiting for you. I think that we have to be honest and say that probably all of us feel like we've achieved little or nothing in our lives, and that much is still in front of us. The phrase lifetime achievement has a kind of finality which does motivate me now to think, well, what are the projects I still want to achieve, and what are the programs I never got around to doing, and how much time is there actually before the younger generation should move in and take over. So I have to admit that this kind of recognizes that I have a senior position in the world, which utterly surprises me and feels totally strange. But if I can use my senior position for some good, it would be, of course, to work and agitate for medieval music to be taken more seriously, and especially the study of medieval music to become more professional. I think it's no secret that I've been agitating for this for a long time, and I will certainly use my status as a distinguished person to work for that, and to see that younger musicians and students get a chance to really study medieval music and learn to perform it in a way that is taking music as seriously as our colleagues in Baroque music take theirs. There's much to be learned from our Baroque brothers and sisters who've raised Baroque music performance to a general level we could hardly have dreamed about when I was a student 40 years ago. And if 40 years from now medieval music can be performed with the same dedication, professionalism, and generally high level, a critical mass of really great performers, then my whole career will have had real sense. So that if, as a result of my efforts as a performer and teacher, really serious medieval music performance can continue not only to thrive in the current difficult circumstances, but survive in years to come and even grow and find a new standard of professional excellence, then I will have in some way merited this wonderful award with which you honor me today. Thank you again, and have a wonderful festival. Goodbye.